Good morning. How are we all doing today? How ready are you now for Christmas? Can you believe it is literally less than 2 weeks away? 2 weeks yesterday until Christmas Day. So, in that case, we're now starting to I think some of us are starting to, get everything done that you need to get done before the Christmas shutdown, but also to be really thinking about the year ahead. But first, before we even consider going into 2024, what I really want you guys to be thinking about is your achievements for 2023. So 2023, I think for many businesses has been a bit of a roller coaster. I think there's been a lot of ups and downs with the economy. I know when I've spoken to some clients, there have been some clients that have literally flourished this year. And there's some that have had their moments where, it's been a bit of a scary time. Especially with the things like the costs of fuel changing, electric, etc. And just generally the prices of everything have been sky high this year. So what I really want to do is, first of all, I want you to be thinking about your successes for 2023, because so often we are planning for the future, but what we do is we forget about what we have actually already achieved. So what I want you to do is to go back to the goals that you set for 2023. Hopefully you've got them written down, and that you look back and see, have you actually achieved those goals? If you haven't, why not? But if you have, make sure that you actually celebrate and actually really reflect on how much you have achieved over the last 12 months. And it's, you've also got to be thinking about what lessons have you potentially learned from your experiences over the last 12 months that you can then take into the business going forward. What I also want you to be thinking about then in terms of for 2024 is, what is your vision for ahead? Now, one of the things that I often see when I'm working with a number of businesses is they are always firefighting, right? And I'm there to help not only put out those fires, but also put preventative measures so those fires don't keep occurring again and again and again, which is often a common theme that I do unfortunately see, right? So we want to avoid that situation happening. But what often that means is, because you're literally going day by day, what you're not always doing, and some businesses do this and some businesses don't, so this isn't a blanket for everyone, but I do frequently see, because you are constantly firefighting, there is no set plan for the future. You're literally just going day by day, like a bit like paycheck to paycheck, but in a business context in terms of your cash flow. So you're not necessarily looking ahead in terms of, you're just literally going day by day by day with no actual strategic plan, no particular vision for where you want to be, or even a case of you may have once had a vision, but because of everything that's gone on in the business, everything that's gone on in the economy, you've kind of lost that vision. Right? So what I want you to really be doing is thinking about that vision again, and really thinking, okay, going back to, why did you start the business in the first place? What is your mission with the business? Right? What is your vision for your business? Where do you want this business to actually ultimately be? And think about what has been stopping you achieving those things, right? And I want you to sit down and write down your long-term objectives as to what you want to achieve in terms of the vision of the business. But I also want you to then do your long-term, your mid-term, and your short-term. So generally I say short-term is within the next 12 months. Mid-term is sort of within the next couple of years. Long-term could be anything from 3, 5, even 10 years, right? Depending on the age of the business and, if you've been well established, etc. And I want you to set clear goals that actually align with that vision. Then I want you to be thinking about the strategies that will actually help you achieve that vision and those goals. So do you need to potentially increase your service offering? Do you need to potentially increase your staff? Do you need to improve your systems and processes? Do you need to get new equipment? Do you need to change the software? And what do you actually need to do to be able to achieve those objectives? Because often it's a case of part of the reason why you haven't got that new software or that new member of staff is you haven't necessarily got the cash flow at the moment to do it. So how do you fix that problem to be able to enable your vision to basically come to life? And then, of course, what you need to make sure is as you're going along is you're measuring and checking to see, are you actually hitting those objectives and those goals? Are you actually doing the things that you have set out to do? Now, I would, first of all, love to hear from you in terms of what those goals are, what your vision is for your business and what goals you are setting to align with that vision. So I really would love to hear your comments in terms of what your big plans are for 2024. It might be the fact that you're trying to actually keep it simple rather than, you might not be going for the big vision, but I would still love to hear your thoughts and your comments. Now, one of the things that I see is sometimes clients really struggle to be able to work out the strategy that enables their vision to become a reality. Sometimes I see clients have the blocks to even see remind themselves of what that vision actually is, because they've been under fire for so long that they literally, they can't see the wood for the trees. So if that is you and you would like to have a session with me completely free that literally starts to drill down that vision and be able to put a strategic plan into place ready for 2024. Now, there's only a limited amount of spaces available. So if you really would like to be able to book in a session to do your strategic plan for 2024, then make sure that all you just literally need to do is put in the comments plan. That's it. And I'll reach out to you. Now, or if you don't want to do that and you just want to do it yourself, and that's no problem, but I would love to really hear what your vision is and what your goals are for 2024. So thanks for listening. I hope you've got some value from what I've shared. At the end of the day, it's so important to make sure that you do set out your goals, because ultimately, if you don't know where you're going, how do you know how you're going to get there? So I hope to be live again this week. So I should be back in sort of full flow. So I look forward to getting some feedback from you guys and hearing your comments and your goals. So speak soon. Have a fantastic day.